Welcome back to the news at 10. Let's take a look at some of the pictures that you sent in to our Eyewitness portal. We'll begin our journey in Lagos. Here's a picture showing women engaging in sporting activities. It comes from Agodo Phase 1. Eyewitness reporter thinks this should be encouraged. He's particularly encouraged that women, especially career women, create time to exercise regularly. Our next picture comes from BARNAWA in Kaduna State capital, showing a ditch in a section of the road and the other part already breaking. It's calling on the state government to do something quickly about the state of that road. Next is a picture from Kagoro in Kaduna State, also showing the scene of a road accident. According to our Eyewitness reporter, the bus was on its way to Gombe from Lagos. He calls for more caution on the roads. From Duku Road in Gombe State comes this picture of a gully erosion. Our Eyewitness reporter wants relevant authorities to fix the road before it gets worse. Oh, and this picture from Victoria Estate in Port Harcourt, the River State capital, is our final picture tonight. It shows this gully, which our Eyewitness reporter is afraid could claim more land if not promptly checked. Thanks for sending in those pictures. Know that you too can become an Eyewitness reporter, reporting events all around you. African Fashion Week is making a way into the European and Asian markets. And one of those behind this development is fashion designer and founder African Fashion Week, Ronke Adimilui. She's been speaking on how she is taking the African fabric into London and the rest of the world.
In recent time, African fashion and fabrics have appeared chic and trendy, even within the non-African circle. In 2010, a young Nigerian dared to take African fashion to the heart of one of the fashion capital of the world, London, and that has changed the horizon.
The venue we got, it's not a small venue. It was right in the city of London, in Bishopsgate, and it was a venue that could take 800 people. So it wasn't a venue that could take on 800 people is not small. But to our amazement, we had 4,500 people turn out. We had a queue from the venue almost down to Liverpool Street, and the whole of the city were wondering what was going on, because they were like everybody dressed up in African attire, vibrant colors, the head ties and everything, and it was a total success.
Top Western celebrities, including Beyonce and Rihanna, have been pictured rocking the African print. Haven't seen how fashion has created a high-end fashion industry in London, Paris, Milan and other fashion capital cities. Ademilui opted to create one which diverts attention to the African heritage.
2012 event, we did it at the same time as the London Olympics. We had about 20,000 people attend, and since then it's been growing.
Haute couture is gradually finding its feet in Nigeria. Ademilui hopes that someday this would rejuvenate the textile industry, which has suffered a serious setback in recent years.
Sports is now. FIFA President Gianni Infantino has assured Nigerians he will work with the country to achieve football development. In an exclusive interview with Channels Television, Infantino says Nigeria already has a framework that can be worked upon for long-term success. The FIFA president affirmed he will use his visit to establish a productive working relationship with the Nigeria Football Federation geared towards sustainable development. Infantino also believes it's about time African football leaders get fully involved in international football politics. Golden Eagles coach Manu Garba has commended his wards for keeping their record intact after 5 build-up matches. Coach Garba took his side out at the weekend for 2 friendly matches at NFF FIFA Goal Project pitch in Abuja as part of their preparations towards the African Under-17 Nations Cup qualifiers. The 2013 World Cup winning coach praised the efforts of young lads and encouraged them to foster unity and team spirit within their ranks. The Golden Eagles are stepping up preparations for next month's qualifier against Niger Republic. International Olympic Committee has rejected clarion calls for Russia to be banned from next month's Rio Olympics over the nation's doping record, offering athletes a lifeline by ruling that decisions on individual competitors will be left to the international sports federations. The IOC's decision follows the World Anti-Doping Agency's call for a blanket ban in response to the independent McLaren report that found evidence of state-sponsored doping by Russian athletes at the 2014 Winter Olympics in Sochi. IOC President Thomas Bach said they had to acknowledge each individual's rights to justice. Triple Formula One world champion Lewis Hamilton won the Hungarian Grand Prix to seize the championship lead from teammate Nico Rosberg for the first time this season. Hamilton took the checkered flag less than 2 seconds ahead of the German, who had lined up on pole position at the Hungaroring, but lost out to Hamilton at the start in the key moment of the race. Hamilton was now won in Hungary, a record 5 times, leads Rosberg by 6 points after 11 of the season's 21 races. The Briton has won the past 3 races, and today's win was the 48th of his career and 5th of the season. German authorities have come up with more findings in their investigations into the shooting by an 18-year-old German Iranian last Friday. They say David Ali Sanboli had been planning the attack for up to a year. Earlier, they said they found a Glock pistol and more than 300 bullets in his backpack where he killed himself after the attack. The pistol had been bought on the dark net markets, an area accessible only with the use of special software. They had also found the manifesto of Norwegian mass killer Anders Breivik when they searched his room at his parents' flat. As to his state of mind, Munich prosecutors said he had spent 2 months as an inpatient at a mental care facility in 2015 and was afterwards treated as an outpatient. Leaders are mulling over hot issues such as Brexit and anti-terrorism financing at the G20 finance ministers and central bank governors meeting in Chengdu, China this weekend. The United Kingdom's decision to leave the European Union is regarded a reflection of the tendency that Western major economies, with the US and European Union included, are inclined to move away from their stance of supporting economic globalization to relative isolationism. How to realize the sustainable growth of the economy against the backdrop of worldwide slowing economic growth, with the global trade growth rates declining in 3 consecutive years, is an important issue to be discussed at the meeting.
We recognize that globalization, the trade liberalization has positive impacts globally, and we also recognize that we need to ensure that those positive impacts impact citizens in a positive way, that gives them more optimism about the future. We will certainly be talking about over the course of the next. One of the issues that was already on our agenda was looking at how we can ensure that there's safeguards against money going to terrorist organizations. That will be a discussion with even more urgency based on what's emerging right now.
And the main news again. Police in Ogun State have nabbed the father of a 9-year-old who was chained down for over a month for stealing. Federal government has said it is poised to relocate all internally displaced persons across the country back to their ancestral homes. And President of the World Football Governing Body, FIFA, Gianni Infantino, arrived has arrived in Nigeria for a 2-day working visit. That's the news at 10 tonight. Many thanks for watching. I am Amarachi Ubani. Good night.